if I can ask, what do you think, just based on how you all played last week, what do you think is most important for you all to be able to carry over?
I think every week's a new week. It's just important for us to forget about the past and just focus on one day at a time.
What was it like practicing with Cam Newton out there on a Wednesday?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Guys are dialed in, ready to go. We're really excited, obviously. So I think it was a good practice. Obviously, there's always stuff you got to fix. So I think the biggest thing is just going out there, on a Wednesday and trying to execute at a high level.
Christian, we talked to Ron a little earlier. He said some good things about you. What do you think it'll be like playing him back here in Charlotte on Sunday?
Yeah, it'll be crazy. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Coach Rivera. Not just as a coach, but as a person too. He's an unbelievable mentor to a lot of people and a guy that's really easy to look up to. So it'll definitely be good to see him again and despite obviously the competitive nature of the game.
Christian, one of the things that Ron did so well, it seemed like, was let not just Cam, but all players kind of be themselves. And that was probably one of the questions we had when Matt brought Cam in. Was he going to be himself? And he seems to be doing that. How important is that especially for a player like Cam who goes beyond the typical personality?
Yeah, I think it's really important to everybody feel comfortable, but also there's a lot of importance to feeling comfortable, but also executing, and I think that's the key. You don't want to, like, Cam's a guy who he's the same guy every single day. We got a lot of guys, a lot of characters on our team. We're the same guy every single day, and it's just who they are. It's and at the end of the day, it's about execution, and that's from a coaching standpoint. I'd assume that's the most important thing.
Christian, you had your best yards before contact average last week, almost 8 yards. Was that attributable to their scheme, how you guys blocked it, or some kind of combination?
I think a lot went into it. It's partly scheme, partly the O-line doing a hell of a job. So yeah, I think so. But
what's it like on a day like that, where you're kind of second level just about every touch before you're getting contact?
It's fun, definitely fun. You love that stuff. So hopefully we can do it again this week.
After the game, Cam mentioned you, DJ, JJ, among others, as teammates that understand his impact, what he's capable of. Can you define what that is?
Yeah, I think he has an amazing effect on a team and on the game, and his ability to make plays, not just throwing the ball but with his feet, are definitely special. But the ways that he can impact the game are much more than that, from an energy standpoint, from a momentum standpoint. And when he gets in a groove, it's very difficult to stop. I've seen it firsthand. So, there's a million things that he's good at. So it's just fun to play with.
How do you see, I guess, on the field, defenses react when Cam's back there versus maybe another quarterback you have there?
Yeah, I think with Cam, it's just you have to account for everything. You know what I mean? And he's smart. He knows where to put the ball. He's got a good arm. He can beat you with his legs, and that also opens up a whole new realm of plays that you can call. So, like I said, there's just a lot of different things that he's good at.
Christian, how is he different, just sort of kind of off the field from 2019? That was the year he had the foot injury. I don't think he was around a whole lot, getting second opinions, and eventually got surgery. Do you see a kind of a rejuvenated Cam, so to speak?
I think, to me, Cam's always been the same guy. There's a lot of stuff out there. I think, he's always been the same guy. He's always been a hell of a teammate and a guy who is really easy to fight for. So, no changes to me. That's one thing I've always respected about him, is through the highs and lows, he's always maintained himself, and I really respect that.
Why easy to fight for?
Well, I think, he's easy to fight for because, one, he's putting everything into it. Two, he fights for you. it goes hand in hand. You know, he makes a lot of plays. He sacrifices his body a lot on a lot of different plays. And, you know, when you see that from your quarterback, it definitely you know, I'm not saying no one else is easy to fight for. You fight for everybody. But I just mean that from a leadership standpoint, it's fun to watch.
How much different your body feel on Monday, and even during the game, that your production is going up, but you're not taking as many reps out there. How is that working, and what's the feel for you?
Yeah, I feel great. Feel great for sure. I guess I feel great. It's different though. You know, there's some games where you, some games you get a lot of touches and you come out feeling fine, and some games you don't get a lot of touches, but you know you might take a hit here or there that, you know, you might feel it for a few days. So it just depends really.
Figure you got to fight for a little bit more red zone opportunities now with Cam in there.
You got to score from farther out, man. Can't get tackled at the 1 or 2. Got to find a way.
The camera got you doing an interesting celebration dance after Cam's first. How would you describe that, and what was going through your head?
I think I blacked out. You know, blacked out. Just saw red. I was so excited. So.
Has anyone giving you a hard time about that little dance move?
That wasn't a dance move. That was like, you know, and I don't know what that was. I wasn't attempting to dance, but I was just fired up. You know what I mean? Really didn't know what to do with, like Ricky Bobby. Didn't know what to do. Your hands kind of just flailed them around. So that's pretty much what that was.
What do you anticipate it'll be like Sunday back at the crib with Cam having his first start back out here, and you guys rolling a little bit?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of questions on Cam. Obviously, I get it. I think the thing though that, you know, I want people to understand, and I think he wants people to understand, he's here. We're here to win. You know, we're a team. Obviously, Cam stepping in. We got, you know, new quarterback and all that, but you know, we're here to execute. You know, we try to eliminate all distractions, everything from the building, and approach one day at a time. Get everything, you know, dialed in to go out and try to play really good football on Sunday. You know, that's always the fight. Coach mentions it all the time. It's the fight to, you know, play our best football. That's it. You know, not look at the scoreboard, just go out there and execute on every single play. And that's what Cam's here to do. That's what everybody else is here to do. All that other stuff is obviously great, but you know, we're here to try to win football games, and that starts with, you know, a heck of a film study later today, treatment, and then a great day tomorrow.
Christian, how much more does he? I mean, obviously he's good in the run game, good in the red zone, but how much does it change the way people have to prepare for you, just in terms of that added element? Do you think it makes it easier for you?
You know, I don't know. I'd be curious to sit in a defensive, you know, room and hear some of those meetings. I think, you know, anytime you have more dynamic weapons on a team, it's obviously, you know, more difficult to prepare for. So, you know, adding another weapon like that is definitely helps.
Has it been a little more the last couple of weeks? I mean, they talked about wanting to run more several weeks before you came back, and then to have the Atlanta game and then to come back the way you guys did the other day. I mean, how much of a boost is that, not just for you, but for all the guys over there?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's when you win, it's fun when you win, and it's fun for a day. But, you know, you get back. You got to get back. You can't ride the roller coaster, and I think that's something that, you know, a lot of the veterans on the team are trying to harp to, you know, to the team is, you know, we don't want to be a roller coaster team who, you know, thrives off of momentum. We want to be a consistent ball club that just approaches it at a professional level every single day, and that's really what we're striving for. So while, you know, those games are fun and you win, it's important to continue to stack not just games like that, but practices like that, film sessions like that, and continue just to grow and get better.
You've mentioned a couple times in the last few times we've seen you about the offensive line. What is it specifically about what they're doing the last few weeks that's better?
I think their communication's been great. You know, they've had guys go down. Obviously, Pat Elfine's had to step up with an unfortunate Matt Paradis injury. You know, Dennis Staley did a hell of a job last week when Cam Irving went down. And so the thing that excited me most was just the preparation throughout the week. You know, we're having extra meetings, going over different stuff, and really trying to dial in exactly what everybody's seeing so there's no miscommunications or there's no, you know, my faults or my bads when it comes to game day. And that's the stuff that excites me because you see the work throughout the week come into play on Sunday. And it's just really fun when those guys get clicking because, you know, it's not just one guy. It's a whole unit of really talented offensive linemen who are playing at a high level.
Are there elements of the Ron Rivera defense that maybe you remember practicing against a couple years ago, or maybe elements of your game that you think can have an impact Sunday, given familiarity?
Well, I think when you watch their defense, they play extremely hard, and that's a testament to not just the guys that they have, but coaching as well. And they fly around, they tackle well, they run to the ball. You know, they're really good at what they do. You know, from the secondary to the linebackers to the D-line. So, like every week, you know, you got to prepare for really good players, really good coaches, and but at the end of the day, it's about us and going out there and doing our best to execute.
Is there like behind the scenes type thing that you saw when Ron was here that sort of defined what he meant to Carolina?
Oh man, I mean, I think everybody in the city has the utmost respect for him, and you know, I think you can always judge a man off of what his players and what his you know teammates and guys like that say about you, and it's hard. I've never heard anything bad said, you know, and I think that's just a testament to who he is. You know, he's not somebody that you take for granted for sure. He's a guy that was a hell of a leader, great coach, and you know, obviously his success as a coach has spoken for itself as well. So it'll be good to see him, and you know, like I said, despite the competitive nature, and but you know, just have a lot of respect for him.
Chris, I think you're pretty close with Sam. Just wondered kind of if you've kind of talked with him over the last couple of weeks and just how he's doing through all this.
Yeah, he's got an unbelievable attitude. You know, I mentioned it, you know, a while back, but this game is tough. You know, he played in a game with a broken bone on his right side or whatever. So, you know, I don't think, you know, there's a lot of people that judge him in the media. You know, there's a lot of different things that are being thrown at him, but that's pretty damn tough to go out there and do that and to take all that criticism and not say a word about it. I've been there before when you're fighting through stuff, and sometimes you feel like your back's against the wall. But you know, I'll be the first to say that's really tough. And you know, his attitude in the building, continuing to have a smile on his face, learn and grow, and it's just been, you know, cool to see. You know, because he easily could have not done that, but that's just a testament to who he is as a player, who he is as a person as well.
Injured in that Atlanta game?
I don't know. I don't know the specifics of that stuff, but I do know he's a warrior. Yeah, I just think, you know, he's a warrior. So, thanks, guys.